Learning how to carve your snowboard can literally transform your riding from beginner to intermediate and is a segue to becoming an advanced rider. So throughout this video, I'm going to give you 5 different scenarios / reasons why you need a carve so that you can have the ultimate control over your snowboard, which means you can have way more fun. We're going to be covering 5 different topics throughout this video, and we're going to have chapter markers down below so you can skip forward as needed. But before we go too far into this video, let's define what a carve turn is. Essentially, you're able to balance through the length of the edge while creating a definitive slice mark in the snow. This carve turn will allow you to change directions, meaning turn left or right, while either gaining speed, maintaining speed, or minimizing the loss of speed. Before moving on to tip number 1, let's discuss what a skidded and scarf turn is. Now, these turns right here are going to be your most popular style turn. And what makes this style turn different from a carve is you're going to notice that the board pivots or has a lot more smearing of the snow than your traditional carve turn. Now, the benefits of this is being able to change direction while slowing down. But when most snowboarders are trying to learn how to carve, they're very unfamiliar with that slicing of the snow, so they may end up doing more of a scarf turn, which of course is a skidded carve turn combined. And just to reiterate, throughout this video, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why we should be carving, and at any point of the video, you can just look in the snow to see what my track is doing, and you can verify if it's a carve or not. And the first topic is flat areas and catwalks. Essentially, anytime you find terrain that's very slow, you want to have the ability to either maintain the speed or gain speed. Anytime your board is going sideways, you're essentially putting on the brake. In this situation, if you're constantly doing a heel side or toe side turn while putting on the brake, this could mean you will lose all your speed and you may have to unstrap to be able to get out of that area. Therefore, using the tactic of carving, you're going to be able to either gain or maintain your speed in these flat areas. You may also encounter areas like this. In Colorado, we call them catwalks, but by being able to be on an edge, you're going to be able to effortlessly slice the snow and pick up speed. The other great thing about being on an edge is you're going to be able to fight the gravity line. Traditionally, on a catwalk, there is a side that's a little lower, which means the gravity is trying to pull you into the trees. By being able to carve, you're going to be able to slice across that terrain and effortlessly navigate this kind of terrain. If you're looking to capture some of the most incredible shots this season and you're looking for an action cam, definitely check out the Insta360 Ace Pro, because this thing is literally cutting edge. In this whole entire video, what's filmed on this. 3 of my favorite things about this camera is the simple fact that it literally shoots in 4K 120 frames per second, which allows me to get some incredible slow motion shots, which is going to be great for you when I start breaking down some of these tricks. The second best part is you literally get an incredible battery, which means during the winter you can get the shot. You don't have to worry or stress out about missing the shot or dealing with your camera, or you're sitting on a chairlift and you're just trying to get this thing to work. I've not had any issues with the operation or the battery this entire winter season. And the third part is you're literally getting some of the highest quality content on the internet, and it's super easy to edit. So if you're interested in picking up your own Insta360 Ace Pro, check out the link down below, because I got a special offer for a free snow bundle, and it's automatically going to be included in your cart. So make sure you use that link down in the description below. And if you get any awesome clips, definitely tag me on Instagram, TikTok, or here on YouTube. The second reason you should learn to carve is to either gain or create speed. Now let's say we want to absolutely maximize our speed, so we would point our board straight down the hill. But let's say there is a slight turn in the slope. If we were to skid our turn, essentially we would be slowing down, but if we use the tactic of carving, we're going to be able to maximize that speed while changing direction. And as you see here, this run does go slight left and right, so I'm able to manage this terrain appropriately. Or let's say that we want to race our friends, but we're confined to a course just like this. I need to make my left and right hand turns, but of course I want to go as fast as possible. So of course I'm going to implement the carve tactic so that I can absolutely maximize my speed while going around this course. And if you're truly trying to maximize your speed while being in a carve, you could actually create a little bit more momentum, especially going across the hill if you pump. Essentially, I'm building pressure, releasing, building in pressure, allowing me to create speed. And as you see here, I'm actually creating enough speed where I create some distance between me and the filmer. So if you're looking to go across the fall line and pick up speed, definitely a good tactic. but you will burn a lot of energy. Another situation you may encounter is, let's say you want to set up for a cool trick like a backside 360. By implementing the carve technique on the run-in, you're going to be able to pick up as much speed as you need while simultaneously setting yourself up for success by taking off on a definitive toe side carve. If you were using the tactic of a skidded turn, essentially you would lose too much speed, you wouldn't have enough hang time to do the cool maneuver or clear the gap that would be necessary. The third reason to learn how to carve is to literally take your riding to the next level, and this is absolutely applicable for jumps and rails. As you're doing a definitive carve off the takeoff of a jump or a rail, it's going to give you the benefits of having a strong platform, which means you can maximize your balance as you take off. In addition, you're going to give yourself as much grip on the snow, allowing you to do cool maneuvers like 360s or rail tricks. Another awesome benefit of being able to carve while taking off on a jump or rail is you're going to be able to maximize the distance traveled. Essentially, if you're taking off a jump and you slam on the e-brake, meaning you skid your turn, you jeopardize the chance of clearing the feature. But by being able to take off on a definitive carve, you're going to maximize that gap, which would actually keep you significantly safer. Reason number 4 you should learn how to carve is so that you can land your tricks and stop the rotation. For example, I have this trick right here called a frontside lip slide, and as I land, my lead shoulder is so twisted open that if I were to land on my heel side edge, I would absolutely slip out. But because I'm able to land on a toe side carve, notice that I'm able to lock the board in, nothing moves, and then I can just reset and be in an awesome position to hit the next feature, which is simply just going to be a 50-50. But now let's demonstrate this crazy trick where I do a frontside 360 on the entire rail, and notice as I leave the rail, I have so much rotational momentum, but because I'm able to land on a toe side edge, I can definitively stop that rotation and effortlessly ride away. Now, the best part of this concept is it's not limited to just rails. Now imagine you have 3 awesome jumps that you want to do tricks on. By carving, this is going to allow you to get enough speed to hit all the jumps successfully. You're going to be able to set up for the tricks you want to do, and more importantly, you're going to be able to stop the rotation with authority to hit the next feature in a sequence. This means that you've taken all the benefits of carving, combined them in one, and had the sickest time ever. But that doesn't mean you have to be a park rider to maximize the benefits of carving. So reason number 5 you should learn how to carve is to have the ultimate control of your snowboard. And of course, within snowboarding, there's always room for improvement. Whether you snowboard every day, you're the gnarliest rider, or you've been snowboarding for 30 years. This is definitely the case when it comes to carving, because there's so much more that you can explore, which could include riding switch, transitioning from edge to edge quicker, becoming a significantly more dynamic rider, or you just want to go faster. So being able to unlock the true ability of your snowboard is the greatest thing ever. As you see here, I'm doing this fun drill, which is called a toe-to-toe drill, and I happen to be doing a 180 on the ground, then doing a toe side carve right back into another 180. Some of the skills that are required for a toe-to-toe just like this would be carving both switch and regular, and I highly suggest that you can carve both on your heel side and toe side, but for this you're definitely going to want to do a toe side carve. Also, you need to have the ability to rapidly do a 180 both switch and regular without catching an edge. If you're looking for an even bigger challenge, you could actually do a toe side carve, jump up in the air, do the 180, and then land back into a carve on your switch toe side turn, and then you would want to repeat this back and forth. Notice how you're able to just have so much fun and so much more creative expression, because you're getting to a point where you're going to be held back by creativity and not necessarily skill. This means that we can blend our movements, we could carve, skid, go forward, backwards, up, down, or even implement some spins just like this. So I was able to start off in a carve, then I would lean forward and create a fun 360 nose butter, but then I would end up back in a carve. That's a fun example that you could do once you're able to blend a lot of these movements together, and my goal for this YouTube channel is to make you as awesome as possible. So if you found any value in this content, definitely give this video a like, comment down below which one made the most impact on your snowboarding, and I post all the time, so make sure you put those post notifications on. If you're looking for more content, check out this video right here that the YouTube algorithm thinks that you're gonna love.